Hello everybody, we're on the second part of our spring runner now. Mark's just showing you. You've probably done your two end blocks. This is this one and this one. I hope you've gotten okay with them. Beautiful blocks. I'm sure you'll use them again in lots of other things. If you haven't done them, it's not a race. If your box is still on the shelf, maybe. Not a race. You've just got to enjoy them when you've got time to. So we're talking about the letters now, the spring section of the runner. As you can see, they're very regimented. Rectangles and squares is what they're made up of. We just make them look more like letters. So I'm going to show you the I to start with. That's the easiest block letter to do. I'm going to give you, in the pattern, you've got little boxes with the letter and the pieces that you need. So if I were you, I'd get the pieces per letter so that you don't get mixed up then or think I've got one left and I shouldn't have. And I believe, Mark, you've put them in a separate packet, haven't you?
The letters are all separate.
Yeah.
Not individually, but
no.
all the letters are separate than the other pieces of fabric.
So open your little packet and you'll have all of your letters and then split them into your spring. Once you've done that, I've done the actual details for the S because it isn't complicated, but it looks the most complicated that you can follow through. But you can see here, each letter's been done individually, and you can see where the pieces go. So it's really simple. So we're going to start with the I. This is our I, and this is our background. So we're going to join these three pieces to become to fit onto there. And if you look down here, Mark, can you do that? You can easily see this 1, 2, 3, and they're going to fit onto those two pieces. So over we go. 1/4 inch seam as per normal. I always feel you don't need to watch me doing this straight seams but that's the way we make our patchwork. Press it as you go along. It's always better to keep them out of the way and nice and flat, so pressing away from you as per normal. And then we're going to pop the other one on the other side, like so. And press. Now you can see it fits into there. Put our bottom bit on. I had great fun doing these letters, I liked it. I think I might write something else.
You prefer doing letters like this rather than a plique, don't you?
Oh, well, yeah, I definitely do. I'm not, everybody knows I'm not much. I don't mind it, but it's
not
just...
Not much of a plique girl, are you?
No, I'm not. I much prefer piecing. Piecing. So one on the top, one on the bottom. So I could spell all sorts now, couldn't I? I don't want any suggestions, girls and boys, of what you want me to spell out.
Moving on.
I'm sure Mark will fill me in with that. There's our I done in like seconds. So now we'll look at our S. And if you go to that picture there, Mark, I've done little arrows, look, so you can see exactly what I'm talking about. So I need a large piece. It tells you the sizes here, and a little piece. We're going to take our... before I started, I did all of my little squares, diagonal line across them, like so. All you've got to look at is which area you want to fill. So in the picture here, look, we need this to be white. And it's pink at the moment, okay? So you need...
put the fabric next to it so you can see.
Yeah, so that's that. Yeah, that's a good idea. I'll come to you.
Yeah.
And then I'm going to put that onto there, like so, and stitch on that line. And then when I flip that back, this will become a background colour, like that there. Okay? Think that was okay? Like that? Good to see?
Yeah.
As opposed to putting it on like that, you see, because then you... piece will be at the top instead of the bottom. Yeah, so just follow the line, put it on. If you put it on wrong, just undo it. So I'm going to put it underneath and I'm stitching on the line. Okay, So I'm just putting my square, lining it up on my 3 sides, popping it onto there. I didn't trim the underneath bits off, there was no need at all. And I'm pressing now away from me to fill the space that becomes the background. And by filling in the backgrounds, that's how you develop your letter shape. So you can see, that's what that looks like. And relating it to here, that's what it looks like there. Look, the top row. Yeah. The next row is tells you in words what to do here. So we've got a 2.5 inch background and a 1.5 inch letter. So that's a 2.5 inch background and 1.5 inch letter. We're just going to join them together. This becomes row number 2. And I joined my rows as I went along as well. So I'm going to press that away there. And then that goes there. So you're looking at that, 2 rows, 2 rows. So if you join it together now, you can't go wrong, can you? By putting it in the wrong place later. So normal seam, we're just making the shape with the colour of the fabric we've used for the letters. And press away from me, like so. So 2 rows done. Row number 3 is the most complicated row, and this goes. Do you want me to take it to the page?
Page, yeah.
Yeah.
I was trying to.
Yeah. So
No,
there.
on the actual letter, so you can see next to the letter.
No, this is what we're doing now. Okay. So what we're doing now is we're doing exactly what we did on the top, but we're filling in the top corner and the bottom corner. So to fill in the bottom corner, you put your piece on like so, stitch on your line and press back to there. Okay. And the opposite at the other end. So take that and just put it by the letter if you're not sure. Out it comes. Press towards the corner. Oh, my iron's eating my S. Like so. Then we're going to put the other one at the top because we want to fill in the top corner. So that goes on there. If you're not sure, put it back. You see how the heat from the mat's taking my line away?
The same direction it would go.
You're stitching the same direction, yeah, but you're folding it the other way. You're filling in the corners. And because if you don't cut them off, if they're wrong, you can undo them quite easily. And to be perfectly honest, these are only 1.5 inches, and once you get into it, I didn't draw all my lines on. I just sort of eyeballed it. So like so. So now I'll take you to the letter at the top. Do you want it, Mark?
Yeah.
There. So this becomes this. Then we've got our little diagonally bit, and this bit is there.
Right, now place it onto the part you've done already, yeah.
Yeah, like that.
Yeah.
Like that. Doesn't look anything like an S at the moment, but we're building. So now we'll add the row. It's always better to add the row as you go along because, you know, gust of wind, naughty little cat, take away one of your rows and you think, I know I've done that. Not that we have a cat. Some people probably do. So if you attach it, you know you've done it and there it is. See, it looks a little bit more like an S. Now it's attached. That's the other thing. They do look better as they get more attached. So my next row is a background.
Just to point out the bit on the middle row that's sticking up at the end.
This?
Yeah, that's going to be hidden by the seam.
Yeah, yeah.
It doesn't look quite right, but it will be hidden by the seam, yeah.
Yeah, you put, there's some sashing strips that go between each letter. It's like normally joining a seam so that if that was it, it'd cover up there and your points would look like this. Yeah, good point, Mark, good point. So I'm attaching now a little dark square to a medium rectangle. I'm going to press towards my dark, and looking at the picture, it's going to go there, that way. Okay, pop him on. And if you've looked at this and thought, oh, I'm never going to do those letters, honestly, it's really easy, as you can see. I'm going to press away from me. 4 rows done. Only got 2 pieces left, so I look at the picture, think, yep, those are my 2 pieces I've got left. I'm going to put that onto there, and I'm going to stitch down there. And that's the joy of separating them, really. It just makes it so much easier, because you can't put the wrong piece on, because you've got to use them all up to make your letter. Press away from me towards the corner, and it's going to go on there. Turn it over, pop it on, and that's quite simple, isn't it, Mark?
That's easier than it looks.
Yeah, much. Took longer for me to work out than this, though. But now, could say anything. And there's our S. So, looks beautiful. On to the next. So we've done 2 letters, and you've only got 6 to do. So, good luck and carry on. Now, once you've got all your letters done, you join them together with the sashing strips as it shows you. And this is where the sashing strips are, as Mark said. Like, I'll pop him onto there, and you can see we've got sashing strips either side that neatens it all up. So you join them into a row, and then you've got 2 borders that you put top and bottom. That gives you that section. Then in your box, everything else you've got are these little checkerboardy things and sashings and binding. So it's just a case of construction, and I really am not going to sit here and sew great big long strips for you to get bored with. All you do with this, it shows you exactly in the pattern. You join the strips together like into 4 pieces, so they're in halves. So you join a tan, a print, a tan, a print, and then you're going to cut them off at 1.5 inch intervals, and then they'll turn round and become your row. And start and end your row with a print. That's what I've done anyway. Yeah?
Yeah.
Why you move my pattern, Mark?
I was trying to get the picture and the actual thing together, but they won't fit.
No,
So yeah.
won't fit.
But, yeah.
So, I mean, it really is that simple. Popping them all together. I did very minimal quilting on this, just a couple of machine rows on my sashings. But that was all, but you could put a lot more on if you wanted to. So I hope you've enjoyed this session. We've got our next box nearly ready, isn't it, Mark?
It is.
Nearly ready to post. It's very exciting and lovely design. Mark particularly likes the next one,
Yes,
don't you?
I do.
Okie doke. So that's all for now, and I'll see you soon.